I just want to talk to you about what to do for mini code crackers. So you can use a puppet. This is my speech sound duck, and that's really because I can put my hands inside the duck's beak to show the sounds. S, at, sat. Notice I did it for you, your left to right, because that's the way your brain's looking at it. So when you're doing it from your right to your left. S, at. Now if you didn't have the puppet, then you obviously just use your hand, and I want you to use your hand for duck hands as often as you possibly can. So we'll go, hello Mr. Bear, and the bear only speaks, or whatever you want to have in your house, the bear only speaks the speech sounds. So we have to go, h-e-l-o, or if you're talking to the bear, h-e-l-o, because it's the sounds, not syllables and whatever. Don't clap, don't do anything, it's just the sounds.
Ah, you're a cheeky girl. Hey, Chloe. Chloe? What word am I saying? P-I-G.
Pig.
D-o-g.
Dog.
Apple.
Apple.
What about sh-oo?
Shoe.
Hat.
Hat.
Boot.
Boots.
Drink.
Drink.
M-m-a-n-k-e.
Monkey.
Clever girl.
And me?
You want to see?
So if I was to go h-ow, how, ah, we'll just do this one, you, to-oo-d-a, today. Now you're not expecting your child to do that. What you're doing is you're expecting your child's brain to hear it and to link those speech sounds with the word.
Of course, the more you do it, the quicker your child will be able to do it. Listen to this gorgeous 4-year-old saying, "My friend is a frog," but in speech sounds using her duck hand. It also makes it so much easier for them when they start prep and they start to actually have to spell and have to actually code.
And if you think that a child hears sit when you go it, that's actually not the case for a lot of children. So we need to teach that to the brain before we even start on coding. So on the first few weeks, or all the time, just talking speech sounds. Let's go to the park. Just one word out of the sentences is fine. Let's go to the park. Let's go and put or a. And it's actually better if you're looking at the child whilst you're doing the duck hands. Who we're going to see to oo to a. And you notice that I didn't try and make it into the phonics or whatever else. SSP isn't a phonics program. SSP is a coding program that goes further because we think, what do we say? Not start from what's down here and make it fit. What does it say? So get your speech sound family, anything in your house. This might be my speech sound teddy. Some children have had a speech sound soccer ball, you know, whatever. So here's my speech sound teddy, and I'm going to speak in speech sounds. And it also means then when we're reading, you might actually read to your child, and every now and again you say a word in speech sounds so that the teddy can understand it. That's the only thing I want you to do to start off with. What we're then going to do when you think your child is really hearing those sounds, if you go s-at and they say sat, then you know that they're ready to be coding that, and don't rush them into coding. But when we do, what we do is we say, oh, let's take some pictures of those speech sounds we've been listening for with our duck hands. So we're going to take some pictures of, I'm going to take a picture, ready? And you might actually get a speech sound camera. They do brilliant ones from Kohl's, which are about $8. When they reduce them to $5, I grab a whole load. Take pictures, go around, take pictures of sounds. We take pictures of things. Think about a sound in the air. You can't see it, but if we took a picture of it with a magic camera, what might it look like?
Here are some children in preschool, and what they're doing is they're looking at the visual prompts, which I gave you on the first newsletter to print off. And there's an associated word with all of those. So like the little girl is looking at the giant, his pants fall down because he's got ants in his pants. So the word she's thinking of is pants. The little boy is looking at perhaps sit. All of the words are created using s, at, put, it, n, because that's our first focus group. So when we're taking pictures, she's looking at pants and she'll use her duck hands, p-a-n-t-s, and that's a really difficult one to do. And she'll think of the pictures. If I took a picture of that p, what might it look like? That's how we're introducing the code.
Let's take a picture of s, and then when you're looking at words, it doesn't matter if it isn't a s, like an S or whatever, it isn't a s in that word, even if you looked at sort of, you know, sugar or whatever, to start off with just say, oh, yes, that's a picture of s. Oh, let's take a picture, s, and there it is. So just start looking for pictures of sounds, and we start off with s, at, put it, and you can also put in there as well. So everything. Would you like a and you'll find that really hard to start off with, or do you want an apple? Would you like an apple? Use real things. You're not just listening for certain sounds, whatever. We do that when we start teaching the code explicitly. We go in order. But to start off with in phonemic awareness with SSP Orange, any sounds at all. Here's my apple. I'm going to have a bite. K-er-unch. K-er-unch. And even if you blend them in together by mistake, then do it again. And the only rule that you need to remember is if there are two sounds just rolled together when we say the word, split them for spelling. So when I did crunch there, it's k-er-a-nch. Crunch. We're trying to change the phonemic awareness, we're trying to develop phonemic awareness. It's really important you don't say fur, og, or f, rog, or whatever else. Okay.
Now I'd suggest you order a set of pocket rockets. You don't have to get the whole box, $15 for 44 or whatever. But with your child, you can have a look through them and explore them and speak in speech sounds to your speech sound teddy or whatever. So you point to the words and follow the sounds, say the words. So, oh, look, it, sit. Or you might go, it, and wait and see if they say it. But you're speaking in speech sounds. You're telling the teddy the speech sounds so they can understand the story. And because they're little books with a beginning, a middle and end, they are little stories, but just with the code they will first learn. There are two things you're really preparing their brains for. One is follow the sounds, say the word. And it actually becomes really automatic. So instead of the brain having to follow the sounds s, at, sat, it recognises it straight away. And just using the sound picks we're learning at the beginning, they can quickly read sentences without having to stop and start every 2 seconds. So we're using follow the sounds, say the word technique. And we're also doing using this spelling strategy. Say the word pin. Listen for the speech sounds and use your duck hands. Pin. Then draw the lines and numbers, and of course in preschool if they're 2 or 3 they won't be able to write the lines and the numbers for quite some time. Do it for them. Get a whiteboard, get magnetic letters, and we also sell them as magnetic sound picks and also with the lines and the numbers, so they don't even have to actually pick up a pen. Use the resources, so there's a whole stage to go through before we even start to code, but you need to understand the follow the sounds, say the word, and the spelling strategy techniques. What you want to think is that writing really is talking on paper. So how do the speech sounds in my words map with the sound picks on paper? Every sound is used and every letter is used. There's nothing silent. We don't need anything long, short, magic, whatever. It's all very simple. What do we say and how does it link with what's on paper? And in preschool, the best thing you can do is wire your child's brain for phonemic awareness. That's not phonics, it's not teaching them letters, and you don't need to teach them the alphabet. In fact, letter names can confuse a lot of children. So if somebody tells them this is an S, you can say, yes, that's his name, but it's actually a picture for one of the sounds. It's a picture for the sound S, and it's just one of the pictures. There are actually about 10 or 11. This is the first picture of the sound S that we're going to look at. Yes, his name is S. You're also going to make sure early on you're not starting to use terminology like what sound does this letter make. They don't make sounds. It's a picture of a sound. It represents a sound. So let's use terminology the children can understand right from the very beginning. So the best thing you can do is speak in speech sounds so that they understand what you're saying, and use your duck hands. Now here's just a clip that may help you understand terminology, or think of things that you could do with your child, or if they're old enough, watch it with them. I hope you've enjoyed this, and I'll see you for the next instalment.
Tell what he said. What can you see in the box. What can you see in the box? Let's have a look. Here's our speech sound box. What's in it today? Oh, lots of things. Oh, there's the speech sound mouse. Ow. Hello, speech sound mouse. Ow. 3 sounds. Ow. Hello. I think we'll put him up here just so that he can have a little watch. Whoops. Don't fall. Don't fall. What have we got? Oh, lots of things in here. Now I want you to get a speech sound box at home, and whoever lives in your house can put things in here, and you've got to describe it first of all, what you can see. Oh, that looks like a lot of fun. That's a frog. It's a jiggly frog. Say what you can see, and then say one of the words and see what sounds you can hear. What's this? It's a green pepper. What word shall we think of? Let's think of the word green. How many sounds can you hear? Green. Green. 4 sounds. 4 speech sounds. Or if we'd said pepper, another 4 sounds. Oh, here's what's this? It's a little train. A little train with a little man with a blue hat. Choose a word. Let's choose train. Oh, let me put him down so I can count. A. 4 speech sounds. Oh, wow. How exciting. Let's have a look. What else is in here? Oh, it's a teapot. It's a spotty teapot. I heard one of our sounds then. Which sound did you hear when I said spotty teapot? Can you hear s? Listen. Spotty teapot. How many times did I wiggle? Spotty teapot. Just once. What about our p sound? Let's listen. Spotty teapot. Oh, got 2 of them in there. What about let's listen. Spotty teapot. No in that one. What about spotty teapot? No, there's no either. So you do that at home. Get a speech sound box, put lots of different things in it, and see if you can listen for the speech sounds. Let's do one more before we leave. What what would the speech sound duck have said that this was? It's a peg. He would have said it's a peg. Peg. Well, excuse this, I've got a very noisy dog. Sam, behind me. Sam, what are you doing? He's a smiling Sam. You need to be quiet. We're looking at the speech sound box. So what did the speech sound peg say? What did the speech sound duck say? Quack, quack. Oh, you could make a duck out of this. Or we could decorate it. It's a peg. He'd say, p-e-g. Quack, quack. See you soon.